Welcome to the 5 Keys to Self-Awareness, where you will learn to transform negative patterns in the way you see yourself and create enriching relationships. This is what happens when the strongest contact to the Sun in the horoscope, which is all about identity, is from Neptune. So imagine that you're with a partner who has a Sun-Neptune contact. How do they act? Well, they can be very magical, very creative, and sort of visionary, dreamy. They're big on promise, can be short on delivery. And you'll probably find quite quickly they're like confused or vague about the purpose and direction of their life. And they might even kind of feel that they're martyred in some way, that life is against them or circumstances are against them. And the reason that they act like this is often it's because they have a very close relationship to the father, who later kind of disappoints them in some way. So that awakens their dreams and expectations, which then get kind of disappointed. And the kind of message in childhood is that life is something that can be something you don't have control of. And there may also be some kind of sadness or poignant event that may be connected with the father. There's this kind of feeling that the father, he could have been he could have been a vet, but ends up as a butcher. There's some kind of dissonance in the expectations in your childhood. So what happens when you're with a person who has this Sun-Neptune thing? What can you do? Well, one sense is that you can't really know your partner. There's something like vague or woolly, a kind of smokescreen around them. What are they really like? Difficult to know. They can also get kind of moody or mopey, giving up too easily and stuff like that. So you don't want to get enrolled in that or any kind of ideas of victimhood that people are against that partner or anything like that. You need to challenge that. It helps if you can encourage them to be grounded, to have habits, good sort of strong work ethic, and the spiritual practice really helps a lot. So Sun-Neptune in a partner so does bring a kind of deep and spiritually rewarding relationship. And when and if the partner rejects passivity and self-pity and focuses on a kind of spiritual development and helping others, things go well. So what if you have a Sun-Neptune aspect? How do you act? What do you got to do? There may be this feeling that the odds are a bit stacked against you. There's also the sense that nothing's meaningful, like everybody else seems to know what they're doing. They got their house, their car, and all that. But somehow it doesn't kind of feel meaningful for you. So there's this kind of underlying sense of sadness or sorrow or something like that. And generally speaking, because you're not really sure about the meaning of it all, you don't want to make promises or commitments. And the reason you act like this is like probably you were witness to your father with big dreams who never attained them, and he might have kind of initiated you into how the world was against him and all that. So you might have heard sort of stories which evoked your compassion, you could say, but were inappropriate in a parental context. So you have this tendency to admire people who subsequently disappoint you, and what you need to do is that you don't have to live the way other people live. You do need to find a greater meaning in life. You have to refine and transform your soul. So sadness or disappointments are like a kind of fuel for you to search higher and refine your nature. You have to turn the focus from your own misfortune, imagined, or sorrows, and to what other people are going through. So developing compassion, spirituality, through Buddhism, altruism, creative kind of work, that really helps a lot. Then you get the meaning. So when you're conscious of these inner feelings that permeate and subtly undermine you, you learn to reach out reach higher, and gain a deeper understanding of the meaning of life.